Hello and welcome to Monkey Broadcast, the triumphant return with me, the Jonin Monkey. What's that? Monkey Broadcast has returned? What the bloody hell was Monkey Broadcast? Well, for those of you who don't know, and I suspect that's a substantial amount of you, Monkey Broadcast was this attempt we had a review show slash news show slash discussion show slash makeshift podcast which was done with me a lot alongside my good old buddy Sven the Crusader. Say hi.
Hello everybody, again.
Yeah, as you can probably imagine, it was an audacious podcast, to say the least, but it took way too long to edit. When I went, this is the time most of the news we had brought up had gone old, or most of the stuff we talked about had become really, really old.
And for that matter, most of the games that we were talking about that were previewed were released.
Yeah, so... oh yeah, in order to do that and kind of make it more bearable for the audience to watch and make it more fun for us to actually record, edit, etc., we decided to cut down a large portion of the section. And so this will be now more of a review slash discussion show where we just sort of relax, chill, and just me and Sven talk to ourselves about the games we've been playing, movies or TV shows we've been watching, and also the manga we've been reading. And considering we mostly read the big two, that section will have traditional bitching.
Yeah, I gotta love that.
Yep. I'm sure it's what people look forward to. Anyway, since we're only doing the review slash discussion section now, we will start off with our first section.
Video games!
So, as the title suggests, this is video games that we've all been playing recently. So, Sven, what have you been playing in your spare time?
Assassin's Creed, which I finally managed to get my hands on, and good God, is it fun.
I've heard about that. Is that the one where it's set in the Crusades, or am I thinking of a different one?
Yes, that is exactly the game.
Right.
Set in the Crusades, and you're playing a faction of assassins against them, I suppose. I haven't played that much of it yet, so I can't really spoil the plot. Lucky news for you, viewers.
From what I've seen of it, it looks like a third-person action game from what I've told of.
That's pretty much the general gist of it, although there's more to it than that, because you can do some really, really physically impossible things, especially with assassinations.
I can take it those impossible things involve a lot of gore then, if that we're talking about assassinations.
In a way, and then there's the impossible, what should be impossible at least, action that you can take every time you find a vantage point, where you climb out to the end of a pole on a roof and jump off into a hay bale and come out perfectly unscathed. And you can do this with the tallest building in the game, which is, oh, I don't know, about 600 feet tall.
Jeez. That makes the whole roll and you'll avoid damage thing in Zelda seem completely normal, frankly.
Yeah, because all you have to do is aim for the hay bale. And there's a reason they call it a leap of faith.
I take it something unfortunate that happens if you miss the hay bale, might you?
Yeah. There's actually a cutscene in the very beginning of the game, spoilers, which one of your fellow assassin soldiers demonstrates just what happens when you miss the hay bale. I'll just leave it at saying there's a lot of crunching involved.
Ugh, yeah. I can imagine the sound and it's not pretty.
And that wasn't even a giant jump either.
Oh god. So you've been enjoying it overall? You haven't found anything, any kind of bugs that have been not great at you, or?
No bugs, but I'm just gonna give it all for the viewers now. Stay hidden. For some reason, your expert assassin isn't so good at close quarters combat.
Huh. That is kind of odd. So stealth is the best option in that game, basically.
Yeah. Don't make a public scene of all the people you have to, assassinate.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume from that it's a pretty difficult game then, so...
There's a challenge to it. I'll just say that.
Okay, so it's a challenge, but it's not completely ridiculous then, so...
No, it's not I want to be the guy, don't worry.
Well, I'm sure that set everyone's fears to rest. So overall, you could pretty much recommend Assassin's Creed then?
Yes, and probably a sequel too, but I haven't played that, so I can't say that much.
Okay. Have you been playing anything else then, or?
Call of Duty 5 for the PS3, but nothing to see there, I've already played the game. I just got it on the PS3 because it didn't play on my computer anymore.
Huh.
Although I will say the PS3 multiplayer is flawless.
I only just managed to play Call of Duty once when I ran round to a friend's house, and to be honest, I was lacking in a lot of skill, so I got my ass handed to me in one of the multiplayer matches.
Oh, it happens to all of us, my friend, believe me.
Sob.
In fact, it happened to me yesterday. The last match I played had me getting my ass handed to me on a silver platter, 2 kills to 17 deaths.
Oh, jeez. I can the only time I actually had the only victory I had in that game I had my ass handed to me was when I was fiddling around with the controls. I switched my weapon to a rocket launcher and just started firing randomly and managed to take out someone who was far away by pure luck.
Oh, gotta love those luck shots, especially in the beginning. I remember Call of Duty 4 whenever I was sniping, because I love sniping. I'm a sniper in most of these games. And I took aim at someone and fired. I got 2 kills.
Oh.
Double headshot.
Hey guys, you now get 2 kills for the price of 1!
Oh god, the fast talker. He's made an appearance at Monkey Broadcast. He's everywhere.
Oh yes, I'm everywhere for a price. Okay, that's enough of you. Thank you. Moving on. Anyway. So yeah, just before you pass it over, anything else you've been playing?
Yes, Orge Battle 64 again, my very first strategy game.
Yeah, I played that a while back, thanks to the Virtual Console, because for some reason it wasn't released in Europe. Not that I'm bitter or anything, but yeah. Yeah, Orge Battle 64 was kind of like Fire Emblem, is that it's a strategy game, but a lot more complicated, if memory serves, so...
Yeah, it's a strategy game, but in this case it's very much real-time, which can be tedious as all hell whenever you're watching your units trudge across the battlefield to finally have a battle.
Oh yeah, God, I remember that.
And then it's made even worse whenever you accidentally capture a village instead of liberating it, thus lowering your chaos frame and making you rage quit, in my case.
God, yeah, there have been many times when I've finally reached a village and then had to yell, "Oh, come on," at the screen every time it's been captured.
But let's just say that this time, I'm not going to let myself get the bad ending, even though there's no save states on the N64, you have to wait.
Yeah. Oh god, that is a long arduous journey, but I'll save my thoughts on that because Orge Battle 64 is the game I'll be doing next for Video Game Troubadour, so yeah, look forward and watch that.
Yeah, and look forward to my voice again. Just
yes.
Just a preview.
Yeah. Yeah, because also there's no voice acting in the game. A lot of the scenes I've had to pull in Sven the Crusader and one other person in order to get the voice acting done, so...
Yeah. And it's challenging me.
Yeah, on my end, there haven't been a lot of games coming out. I've been kind of just replaying some old games as well as the stuff I got for my birthday. For my birthday, I mostly got Ace Attorney titles, Apollo Justice, and Miles Edgeworth Investigations. I'm not going to go into full details because if you've heard of the Ace Attorney series, most likely by now you've already made up your own minds about whether it's good or not. But basically, the Ace Attorney series, I would describe it as a point-and-click adventure game with occasional courtroom scenes, which has...
Wow, so there's not as many objections as I thought.
Yeah, there's like there's a lot of objections during the court scenes, but that's a gameplay mechanic. Most of the time you have to like listen to someone's testimony, find something wrong with it, and then just present evidence, which is where the whole objection comes into it.
I think I get the general idea.
Yeah, pretty much. But in order to get said evidence, you have to go through, like I said, point-and-click adventure segments where you're looking around the crime scene and examining every single thing and picking it up, etc. And Miles Edgeworth Investigations kind of takes that to a new level in that you're exploring a lot more of the scenery, and there's less courtroom scenes, there's more like I'm not sure what the game calls them, it's more like confrontation scenes where basically you're just talking to someone in the middle of a random spot and then trying to say, hey, I know you did it, and that's because of this, etc.
Wow, so you actually directly confront people. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, although I think what helps in spoiler alert, one of them actually pulls a gun out of them, so...
Oh, that's a backfire if I've ever seen one.
Oh, yeah. But to give a summary overall, if you like the Ace Attorney series, you'll love these two games, but one thing about Mars Edgeworth Investigations is that the last case... Oh my god, the last case!
I'm tempted to ask.
Yeah, the last case, it's set up against the final boss. See, a brief explanation for those who don't know. In the Ace Attorney series, it has a tendency with the final case to bring the last suspect who acts as the final boss, who you have loads of information to clearly reveal that they are the culprits, but they will not give up. Ever. They will constantly talk their way out of any claim you make, point out any flaws in your theories, etc., etc., and then force you to rethink it. But this game takes it to a new level. The main final boss for this case is a guy who never gives up. Even by Ace Attorney standards, he just won't shut the hell up. I swear, I spent over an hour in the same damn conversation trying to get the guy to just own up and admit he's guilty, and yet he's still talking his way out of every single damn line of questioning you bring up. And it gets to the point where I'm really not involved in the story anymore. I'm just screaming, how much f***ing longer am I gonna take?
Oh god, I hate those types because, believe it or not, I've actually had to roleplay out scenes with people like that, who you take to court, they're clearly guilty, and they talk their way out of everything and turn the court case against you. Ugh.
It happens all the time. It's like taking to the nth level with this guy, and occasionally, like in the early seasons, like 8 moments where it looks like they've lost everything, and the character goes, "Is this the end? Has my investigation reached the end?" And then suddenly someone bursts in and says, "Hold! I've got new information which can help me turn your case around." Those are usually great scenes. The problem with the Ace Attorney Investigation's last case is that they repeat that, I kid you not, 4 freaking times.
Oh god.
Yeah, the line, "Is this the end?" kind of loses all impact when it's been repeated for the 4th time.
Wow, that's, I know that they were probably trying to give you help in that absolute dick move of a case, but, that's a bit extreme.
Yeah. That last case is extremely frustrating. I would still recommend people to go out and buy it, because it is still a good game, but... Yeah, just be warned that don't start the if case before dinner or something, because it will go on for a while.
And I know that there's no satisfaction afterwards like there was whenever I roleplayed a scene like that out. Well, then again, in that case, after the court case was over, let's just say a Crusader followed the guilty party back to a mine and stabbed him.
I see. Okay. Moving swiftly off of that awkward spot.